How do you know whether you're seeing everything you want to see, and positioning yourself in the best way to win what you want to win? And that's really what our mission here is at SourceScrub, to be that first comprehensive deal sourcing platform that enables deal makers with the tools so that they can find, research, track, and connect with their next potential deal opportunity when they want to. And what does that actually mean, right? Missing deals hurts. You don't want to learn about a deal in a press release. You want to be the one to announce the press release, right? You don't want to sift through the internet for opportunities. You want to have a curated list at your fingertips with the criteria that you're looking for within your next deal opportunity. And you don't want to be attending business events or conferences just slipshod without knowledge of any potential targets that could best fit your opportunistic outlook. You want to know the ROI before you book that plane ticket, before you're booking that hotel room. And so wherever you are in your journey as a deal maker, whether it's you're in more of a sourcing mindset and you're market mapping a broader sector with industry niches, or you're qualifying and triangulating within that opportunity, or you're trying to figure out ROI and strategic plans for a business that you have under LOI or diligence, or even beyond that, you're developing your portfolio or even figuring out an exit strategy. We want to enable you to see everything you want to see, know about everything you want to know, and then position yourselves to win the next deal more often than not. Let's bring this into context with a particular use case that's relevant today, right? The broader healthcare ecosystem, very vast and complex, and I think especially within the past 2 years with the macro environment, has become even more and more complicated and obvious in that really we've come to understand how fragmented it is and how disjointed. And one thing that's exacerbating that is common standards for sector classification tend to categorize companies differently. I think in particular cases, we even see firms are now creating their own proprietary systems, in fact, to categorize, because they define their own world the way that best fits their thesis, right? And so one thing that's great about SourceScrub is we've always started at our core by trying to identify and triangulate the different ways companies are described across the business domain, whether it's on the internet or not, within events, within awards lists, to make sure that we're capturing those data points within business models and descriptions and topic tags and focus areas, and indexing that data so that you as the deal maker, the subject matter expert within the sector, and then the niche that goes underneath that sector, can apply these key terms and phrases that are relevant to that company's business model, products or services, and end markets, and then receive as an output that wide net that you're trying to cast within the sector. Once you cast that wide net, though, you want to be able to start fishing with spears, right? You want to be able to qualify and validate. Within that wide net you've cast, not all of the opportunities are going to be as equally actionable and attractive. I think what's great about SourceScrub, in addition to that, is that we have this multi-source triangulation quality and completeness standard with Profile Plus that allows us to enable you with the right set of data points, data categories that are necessary for qualifying that company for a deal pipeline or even for deal readiness, things like ownership triangulation, location, and everything in between. And then beyond that, you have the tools to prioritize within that subset for those companies that could meet some level of actionability or attractiveness that's proprietary to your firm, right? Custom scoring algorithms that are set by you that might pick up bits and pieces of these criteria to help you bubble up those best results and best, most actionable opportunities to the top. So now that you've cast the wide net, you're starting to fish with spears. How do you then convince the founder or exec that you're the next best growth partner? The founders aren't just going to respond to anyone, right? I think these days, data has become more democratized, commoditized, information's out there. Firms are getting a lot of inbound. They're getting a lot of outreach. And so how do you differentiate yourself from the rest of the pack? Well, you're going to do that by having more of a personalized touch. And what's going to define a more personal touch is going to be how much you're able to demonstrate your expertise within a given space. How are you able to pinpoint specific aspects that founder, exec, or business owner might care about more or less with regards to their business domain. And so what's great in SourceScrub is that you can personalize and segment the database by your own personal tagging system. But then with that system, you're able to understand and prioritize where your time is best spent following that, knowing which conferences are going to have most of those targets, so you're able to best position yourself with a in-person interaction, seeing that founder and exec face-to-face, to really differentiate yourself from the rest of the pack that are vying for the same opportunity. And on top of that, when you're having that interaction with the founder, whether it's in person or not, having those data points that are relevant to that business, knowing about recent product announcements, knowing about mentions in the media that could indicate some sort of positive or negative sentiment, knowing about hiring events or executive news, and really everything in between. All these types of data that are super crucial for making sure that when you're going for that opportunity to get your foot in the door with that founder, that exec, they notice what story you're trying to tell. At the end of the day, really what we're all about is providing our end customer with a complete deal sourcing platform that allows them to see everything they want to see, validate and qualify from within that broader net they're casting to fish with spears, and then prioritize those best opportunities to the top so that they are positioning themselves with that prioritized list alongside with that differentiated and fine point tuned data to position themselves to win that next best opportunity. So they're seeing everything they want to see and winning more often.